What is up, everybody? Today I wanted to clear out the engine bay as much as I can and try to wash it and clean it up. But all that in today's episode. My name is Ryan. This is Project Race Car. Let's get into it. So yesterday I was able to sell the engine. The engine is gone, so that is very good. I have a little bit of extra cash now from selling the engine, so that is always good. But today I wanted to shave some of the engine bay and really try to clean it up. As you guys can see, it is just absolutely filthy, and I did clean that, but everything else is just completely filthy. You can see down here on the actual subframe, it is just complete dirt, and there's just all this dust and dirt. So I wanted to really see what a good degreaser would do, as well as, we're gonna pull off some of the sound deadening and really just try to clean it. So this is the before, and we shall see the after. Again, we're really gonna try to see what kind of damage we can do. I got a good amount of videos and pictures of the before and after, but hopefully this is gonna clean up very nicely. So I first just wanna get in here and try to get all of this just dirt off. You guys can see that it is just completely destroyed, but no rust underneath. So that is always good. Just a bunch of dirt. So now that most of it is all cleaned up, I'm just going to brush a lot of it off, and then we'll come through with a degreaser after I get most of this dirt off. So we loosened a lot of it up with the screwdriver, but we'll just get all of it off. Okay, so I went ahead and took the 4 bolts off. Turns out this is covers all of this, so I'm gonna leave this in here. But all this plastic stuff, rubber, you guys can see that it's just completely deteriorating. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is just completely shot over the years. So I'm gonna just get rid of all this. So there's a big piece on the transmission tunnel, one piece right here, and then one piece behind the fuse box. So I'm gonna get rid of all those. It's going to expose more of the engine bay, but hopefully it will look a bit cleaner. Okay, so now we were able to get all of the that stuff off, so that looks a lot better. Naturally, I'm going to keep the exhaust heat shield on there, and I'm going to clean everything up. So next is going to be trying to delete stuff. So naturally my AC hasn't worked. I'm going to just take these 2 guys off and clean up these lines. I believe that there's a leak somewhere in the AC system, so when I actually do the K-swap, I'm going to get an entire new AC system from these lines on, so I can delete them for right now because they're actually not in good shape. So you guys can see that they're just rusted out, and I'm pretty sure that it's leaking in multiple parts of the system. So I'm going to go ahead and start deleting those. As you guys could see, that caused me a good amount of problems. I'm going to try to get the wires off there so that I can get the fan off, but all of this stuff is good to go in the trash can. Now with that, we can also get rid of this guy and a lot of the brackets because we are not using a lot of this stuff anymore. I will need to get some sort of grinder and everything to make these look pretty and to make this look a little bit better, but for now we'll just kind of get these out of the way, clean them up, and do our best. So I went ahead and took those panels off. They'll need to be ground down, and then put some Bondo over them. Got all the AC lines off. I got the little condenser thing here, the actual condenser. Then I got all of the backing off. This is about as much as I want to do for now. Now I'm going to just take the automotive brush, take some degreaser, and really just go to town on this thing. So here's the before. Okay, so unfortunately this is all I can devote time for, but if you see, this entire section was completely black, so this is a little bit harder to get off than I originally anticipated. It's very hard to get in those crevices and stuff, but I was able to get a lot of that off. It's a lot of gunk just built up. On this side, I got all the dirt off. I got these things down. I'm waiting to paint this because I want to shave up all that off because that's just like a hazard. But in the grand scheme of things, this looks a ton better. You guys can see, first of all, this is all the AC stuff and the rubber, but also look how many rags are just completely destroyed. So I'm going to wash those and get those all back up and running, but this is looking a lot better. So you guys can see that there's tons of room for a nice intercooler and more progress on the E30. So I would say today is pretty successful. Again, we got the subframe all cleaned. You guys can see that some of the brake fluid was dripping on that, so I'll need to respray. Luckily it hasn't rusted, but I will need to respray that. And then luckily there is also no rust under there because that is a very common place for E30s to rust. So I'm super happy with how this is starting to look. And again, we cleared up a lot of that space. So as you guys can see, it is really hot in here. I am completely drenched, so that's neat. But again, I think that we made pretty good progress on the E30 today. What I also need to do is deep clean the garage because the E30 is just leaving stains everywhere. So I need to clean a little bit of that up and pick up kind of all the other stuff around. I have a lot of tools and stuff, but I like the progress that we're making. So very soon I am going to order the oil pan as well as the adapter and the clutch and flywheel. So that is going to be a very big purchase, but with that all being done, we can slap the transmission on the engine and then we can actually slap it in the engine bay. From there, we will need the exhaust manifold, the intake manifold, the exhaust done, as well as the wire harness and the ECU. So a couple other big parts. I'm trying to budget correctly and also buy things at the correct time as well as, you know, in the correct order. So I believe that I'm doing that pretty well, and I'm trying not to, you know, get too many parts all at once. So we made good progress with the actual deep clean. I will clean a little bit more just here and there as the E30, as the project goes along. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It's going to be a short one today, but we're making good progress. Let me know if you guys want me to paint the engine bay or if I should just wait until we do the full color change, all that jazz. Let me know. Until next time, my name is Ryan. This is Project Race Car. Have an amazing day. Peace.